What's up, y'all? I'm your host, Billy the Kid, and you found your way to the good stuff, where we have everything good gun related, and today is no different. I'm super excited to share with y'all an awesome budget option DIY target stands. So let's jump right in. First off, real quick, I want to cover why would you want that versus that. All right, so well, obviously that's small, right, and flimsy, just kicks right over, right? This doesn't do that. But what's more important than that, and why we want to make our own target stands instead of just the Pushu, you know, stake a sign in the ground type deal. The reason is because you can get better targets on these boards. You know, you actually have more of a working area, and you also can bring the height of your targets up to something that's actually, you know, human size versus always shooting down at the ground. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you want to make your own target stands, because it's going to up your game. It's going to up how you shoot and what you shoot at. So that's the reason why I decided to move to target stands once I had progressed as a shooter to a certain degree. So let's go over what we'll be using today. We're going to have 4 tees. You need 4 tees, 2 elbows, a 10-foot stick of 1.5 inches, schedule 40, and 2 1x2s, all right, 8 foot long, and those will get cut. And then the tools I'll be using is going to be a Sawzall to cut my pipe, a clamp to hold it, a little dead blow to smack it together, a measuring tape, and a permanent marker. And then a bonus we'll be doing after we slap together this target stand right quick is I'm going to show y'all my preferred method for hanging a steel target, and how that goes about. So let's jump right in. Alright, y'all, I got me a mark at 15 inches. Alright, these are 120 inches long, 10 foot. So if you cut them 15 inches, you'll get 8 pieces. 1 stick will make 1 stand. All right, don't worry if you get it off just a little bit. It doesn't have to be exactly 15 to the dot. Just get as close as you can. All right, and then we're just gonna repeat that. Like I said, it's okay if it's off just a hair. So I'm just gonna take my piece that I have here, line it up at the end there, add me a little mark, and continue cutting. There we go. All right, I'm gonna clean these ends up and I'll come right back. All right, y'all, this is how easy this is. We're gonna take our 2 elbows, take one of our pieces, slide it into our elbows, get them lined up about even, slide us some more pieces in. What I really love about this whole setup is the ease of transport. You can break this down, right? Take you a tee, and with one sticking straight up, slide those on there. But you could break this down and transport multiple target stands very easily versus another setup or like metal. You know, if you want to bring 5 stands, the metal ones get pretty heavy. So now that I got those locked in, I'll put these side by side like so. These tees. And then this last piece locks it all in right there like that. Now you can take and set this out here, drop your 1x2s right in your T's. They fit just perfect in your pipe. And that's it, y'all. That you have made your very own do-it-yourself target stand in no time. I didn't even use the hammer to smack it together. Just slid it together. And now, if you want 10 of these in a box or a tote, all you got to do is that's simple. I love this for that. Metal, you're gonna spend 50 bucks a piece. This literally costs $15. One stick to make the 8 pieces is $5, roundabout. At my Home Depot, it was $4.98. The only piece you're gonna have to worry about sometimes shooting, you know, really, is this one. But if you keep a couple spare T's and 8 extra pieces, $5 stick on hand, you'll never have a target stand go down. You'll be able to use it. And like I said, very easy to move, transport, or whatever. Cut these to length. They're 8 foot. You don't need a target stand that's 8 foot tall. So cut these probably 6 foot. So if you wanted to put your target as high as 6 feet, you can. But other than that, that is that one. All right, so let's move on to hanging steel. All right, to hang steel, let's go over what I got and what I used and why. All right, so I have a shepherd's hook that you would get out of the gardening section. Just stab it in the ground there. I have LDH, large diameter hose, fire hose. You can go to your volunteer fire departments and they inspect their hoses at least once a year. I'm not sure how often, maybe it's a couple of times a year. But they do hose inspections and they get rid of the bad hose. So I was literally donated rolls of this stuff. So much better than chain. This will not pop, it won't shatter, break, it won't send bullets ricocheting in unknown directions. It's gonna take round after round after round after round after round and still gonna be hanging just fine. It'll literally last forever. And at the fact that you can get the rolls for free, it makes it that much more of a great option. You got your steel target, 1/2-inch carriage bolts to lock into those squares of them targets. These are 2-inch, and then some extra washers. And I'll show you how simple this is. What I like to do is, if it's a single, like this one's a single target, I'm only hanging that one and it's small, so I don't need 2 of these hooks to hold the weight. If it was more than 1 target or a bigger target, I would do 2 of these hooks with a piece of rebar hanging in between them, clamped with some pipe clamps, and then my LDH lapped over it, okay? And I'll show you what that looks like on the range. But for this application, I want to mount this hook sideways so the target's hanging on it like this and I don't risk shooting my shepherd's hook. So take your LDH, cut you a slit, and then cut you some slits in the bottom for your bolts to pass through. Don't try and drill a hole through this, or even a hole punch. A nice punch that's sharp has a very tough time with this stuff. This stuff is super tough. It also makes great chafing material for straps. If you have to strap something down, piece of furniture or anything like that, put this in between your straps or even slide your strap through it and you have some wonderful chafing material. But yeah, for this application, all I did here was cut a slit through here. I'm gonna slide it over there. That's hanging on there, that ain't gonna come off. All right, and then I'm gonna bolt my steel straight onto it. Now, when you go to hang the steel, you want your steel to hang at an angle. All right, so that sends the bullets straight down towards the ground. I'm missing a carriage bolt. Let me see here. There we go. You want your steel to be hanging at an angle, pointed straight down. And one of the ways you could do that is by spacing your hose off of your steel to where you bolt it towards the rear of the bolts. All right, so to do that, I'm going to take and use a nut and run the nut down onto this bolt to make it stand off. Then you want to use a lock nut on the back side so it doesn't come loose on you. Alright, see how we did that? And that'll make it hang at that angle to send them bullets down. There you have it. Let's go try them out. All right, so we made it out here on the range. We're gonna do a little function test of our stands. We know they're gonna function correctly, don't we? But let's see how that steel does with its hanging. And man, I just love how simple and easy and affordable this whole deal is. This literally took us 15 minutes to do with all the materials in hand and everything. So I just really enjoy sharing this kind of stuff with y'all, you know. And if you find this video valuable or any value in it, you know, please consider subscribing and sharing with somebody else that also might find that same value in this, because that keeps me going, and I really love doing this. So appreciate y'all. Let's try them out. I'd say it all works pretty good. And I'd also say that I really like that grouping when I'm this close. All right, y'all. It was fun. I really enjoyed it. Until next time, like I said, hopefully I get my hands on that VR80 tactical shotgun, or I might run out to Pelican State Armory and see about a Tactical Solutions 22. But if not, I really don't know what's going to be next. I said that last episode, and then here you go. So it's just I do it as it comes to me, and what I see is you know, valuable for y'all. So all right, catch y'all next time. Appreciate it. And now a quick word for our sponsor, Peter Chiola, owner and operator of Pelican State Armory and Supplies, out of Mandeville, Louisiana. Peter is a competitive shooter, competing in 30-plus matches of various disciplines, such as IDPA, USPSA, and GSSF, with multiple first-place wins. As well as being a collector and self-taught firearm repairman,
He's a dealer in products such as Cobra-Tech knives, crossbreed holsters, Strike Industries, Primary Arms, EGW, and Shooter Connection. If you need a repair, upgrade, or would like a custom build, he's your guy. He can even handle laser engraving on many different products or stippling jobs on qualifying polymers. Just check out the fleur-de-lis on this frame. Pelican State Armory and Supplies is ready to handle whatever you need, and don't forget to tell him Billy the Kid sent you. Thanks.